Mike, and hi everyone, and thank you so much for this wonderful award. We are honored. We're splitting up the speaking here because Oakland Privacy is a coalition and is a collective, and that's important to us. We have no hierarchy. After all these years, and I've been doing this for 5 years, all that I get to call myself is a member. That's all I get. I want to highlight there are people in the audience that are not coming up on stage: JP Masser, Don Falk, Leah Young. There are people that are not here, whose names I won't mention since they're not here. But it's always a coalition effort. And this week I've been jumping up and down because the broader coalition that includes EFF and Consumer Reports and ACLU and a bunch of other people, we just stood down the Chamber of Commerce, the tech industry, and pretty much every business in California in order to keep the Consumer Privacy Act intact. And there were 6 people on a whole bunch of conference calls. You don't want to know how many, and somehow we actually did it. It's official as of today. There is power in coalition work. I'm incredibly grateful to Oakland Privacy because I was incredibly upset about the approaching surveillance state, and I didn't know what to do. And in the end, in 2013, Oakland Privacy showed me what I could do, and I will never be able to repay the group for that. I was thinking back to our first surveillance transparency ordinance in Santa Clara. EFF actually came down and they took a picture of me speaking at that meeting and put it on their blog, and I thought, I wish I could put into words what lay behind that picture, which was 11 stinking months of going down to Santa Clara and sitting in that room with the goddamn Finance and Governmental Operations Committee where they were trying to bury our ordinance because, let's face it, the powers that be don't want transparency. And every month standing there and saying, I'm not going to let you do that. I'm just not. We succeeded. It became law, I think it was June 7th, 2016, which doesn't feel like that long ago, and now there are 12. 8 of them are here in the Bay Area, a couple in Massachusetts, Seattle, and somehow Nashville did it without us, and more power to them. So I think that's pretty much what I kind of want to say here. I mean, what Oakland Privacy does fundamentally is we watch. The logo is the Eye of Sauron. And, well, I'm not a Tolkien geek, but I deal with what I, am a part of. But hey, look, I went to a basement and it was all guys. That's what it is. It's a little more gender balanced now, but not entirely. But the point is that I kind of stands for something important because it's the eye of we are watching. And in really mechanical terms, we try to track every single agenda of God knows how many city councils there are in the Bay Area. I think we're watching about 25 now. And if a couple more of you would volunteer, we might make that 35. But the point is, and every time there's sort of, a little action going on locally that's just making the surveillance state that much worse, we try to intervene. And we show up, and the sad truth is that at this point they can kind of see us coming from a mile away, and they're like, oh great, you guys came to see us. But the point is, that's our opportunity to kind of start that conversation. Oakland is a laboratory. It's the place where we can, and Oakland's not perfect. I mean, all that you need to do is take a look at OPD, and you know that Oakland's not perfect, right? But it's a place where we've been able to ask the questions, and we're basically trying to, export that as far as it possibly can, and we go there and we ask the questions. And really the most important part to me, and the part that gives me hope, is, we get a lot of people that come to the basement to kind of talk to us, and basically, share with us how dystopia is coming, which we know, it's here. There's no hope, right? But when those people find the way to lift up their voices and say no, that's what gives me hope. So thank you. Brian Hofer is also going to make your final.